Hey everyone, hope you're doing well as we kind of navigate our new normals in these just, let's call it, weird times. But today specifically, I wanted to talk about nutrition and some nutrition considerations to think about when we are designing new prescriptions for our clients. And this came to mind because we're seeing a lot on the internet, and we're having a lot of conversations with coaches that are thinking about, let's just call it the wrong things. We naturally see this time as an opportunity to look at other things outside of exercise because a lot of our clients don't have access to a lot of equipment or a gym. And when we look at nutrition, that's the thing that we think about next as coaches, where, okay, I'm going to really dig into this thing. And a lot of coaches are looking at this as an opportunity for their clients to meet their goals, which I'm all for. That's great. But I don't think we need to do that in a stressful way. So let's take it back to what we're all experiencing here. We're experiencing a disruption in our rhythm, and that is naturally a stressor. Even if we feel good, sleep feels great, we feel like we're getting a new rhythm and routine, our bodies are still adjusting, and this is still a stressful time where we don't want to stack a bunch of different variables on top of each other right now. So because this is a natural stressor, we look at, is it the right thing to put our clients into a caloric deficit? Let's call it like not like a 5% caloric deficit, but let's look a little bit bigger than that, for body composition changes, a 15 to 30% caloric deficit. And it depends per client, of course. Have a conversation with your clients. You have to, as a coach, you have to understand what they're ready for and what they can handle. But as a global statement, I'm going to say it is not a great time to put our clients into a caloric deficit. We have to think about the times, the stressors, the disruption in rhythm, and not compromising our immune systems at this time. We want to stay as healthy as possible during this time. We don't know as coaches the right thing to do or the perfect thing to do right now with COVID, because we're not doctors, right? And even doctors don't know the right thing to do at this very moment. So we can only do the things that we know to be true, and we know that putting clients into a caloric deficit is a massive stressor, and it could depress the immune system. And we won't even get into the physiological stressors that caloric deficits have on clients, the psychological stressors that caloric deficits have on clients, just thinking about food every moment, every waking moment of the day, and when is my next meal going to be, and they're trying to balance those thoughts with taking care of the kids at home, homeschooling, trying to get in their exercise, trying to get in their daily walks to disconnect from the desk and things like that. So we have to keep those things in mind. So that being said, caloric deficits may not be a great idea right now for most of your clients. But what can we do, right? Exercise probably went from 4, 5, 6 days a week to 3, 4, 5 days a week. It probably went from 60 to 90 minutes a day to 20 to 30 minutes a day with a lot of clients that have minimal amounts of equipment. So what else can we do, and where can we add value to our clients? We can do it in consultation. We can do it in behavior modification, right? So when I talk about behavior modification, let's talk about lifestyle factors. Does your client have a set schedule that they're following every single day and creating a new rhythm and a new routine? Are your clients drinking at least half of their body weight in ounces per day in water and ensuring hydration is up to par? Are your clients getting 7 and 9 great hours of sleep every single night? Are your clients doing things to de-stress and empty out that stress bucket at the beginning and end of every single day? Are your clients reflecting on the things that they're most focused on right now, what their priorities are, what their values are, and does their schedule align with those things? Look at other things outside of putting our clients into a caloric deficit as the next thing to touch outside of exercise during this time. Okay, so going back to who this conversation is meant for. It's meant for probably 95 to 99% of our clients. The other 1 to 5%, let's have a really good conversation with them and see if this is a good time to put them in a caloric deficit, i.e. you have an athlete that was overfeeding, they were getting in 5,000 calories per day. You're not necessarily putting them into a caloric deficit, but maybe it's time to take those calories down because their activity levels don't align with the amount of calories they were eating. When we look at our general population clients or our weekend warriors that were training 5 days a week for 60 to 90 minutes a day, and they were getting in really good training sessions, they were having really good adaptations. Let's not fool ourselves into thinking that we need to drop them calorically a ton because they were doing a lot of activity. We probably don't need to do that. Just keep those clients exactly where they were, and let's make some small changes over time if needed. All right, guys, I hope this video helped, and if you have any questions, let's have a really good conversation in the comments section below.